Hello and welcome. My name is Ajaxpost and this is episode 6 of Train Fever. Now, when we left off in our last little video, I was feeling reasonably pleased with the situation. I had established a second train line for passengers between Teignmouth and Fakenham, following on from the modest success, I think, of the Gisborough-Teignmouth route. But as I was leaving the game and just sort of checking where we were and tidying things up and, sort of wrapping up, personal tidy stuff, I realised I had a route here which was actually making quite a not insubstantial loss, or certainly more than I wanted it to make, or not make more accurately. That's Gisborough Wood here, I think one of our older routes. And the problem there, bring it into view, is that this sawmill is producing a fair amount of goods, but it's rather unbalanced in where it sends them to Teignmouth in most cases, with relatively few goods going off to Gisborough. And what that meant is that the cargo stations here were clogged up with trucks or wagons waiting to go to Gisborough because there weren't enough goods ready for them, which meant that the Teignmouth line couldn't deliver, couldn't pick up, and it also affected, as we can see here, the actual delivery of the lumber, so the whole system was falling apart. So I've rearranged the routes slightly, and it may be, because what happens was the wagons for Gisborough were waiting here, and although there was goods aplenty and the wagons were filling up for Teignmouth, they couldn't actually leave. Because they couldn't get past the wagons waiting to load up for Gisborough. Now, whether that's because it's horse and cart still, and whether once we get into actual trucks, petrol or steam driven, whatever they are in the next upgrade in the game, I don't know. But either way, I'm thinking I need to improve that situation. I'm making a fair amount of money at the moment. I'm happy. I'm making just under £1 million a year in profit, all being well. And I'm free of loans. So the question is, do we actually start moving goods from here by rail? Now, I had a little poke around earlier, and I had thought if we can get the Teignmouth line going down here to deliver cargo goods, because unfortunately in this game passenger stations and cargo stations are quite different beasts, and you can't have cargo and passengers delivering to the same location. So we can't use this existing station to deliver goods, we'd need a new one. So I'm wondering what to do about that, to be honest. As you can see, the trucks are clear now, so that might well actually tidy up, or clear itself up rather. But what might be worth doing is actually establishing goods routes going here to Gisborough. Teignmouth is sort of the corner of the map, there's not much beyond that, so it goes there and end of story really. But in this direction we've got a whole world laying out ahead of us, so we could establish a goods line between Gisborough and Banbury. So I'm thinking that's what I might do, because as we can see here, there's this oil refinery here, and that's delivering goods to, I think, both Gisborough, turn the lines back on, yeah, both to Gisborough down this direction and Banbury up in that way. So we could take that traffic off the road as well, and that sort of leads in to a whole new stack of exciting new industries, and then opens up the rest of that map for us. Once we get to Banbury, we can sort of spread out in that direction, which would be nice. So I'm just wondering here, what should we do in this episode? I'm thinking cargo. I haven't done cargo trains yet, and I remember when I played the game before it wasn't always entirely successful. It was a bit of a balancing act, but I think I'll know a little bit more about how the game works now, so we might be able to run those lines more profitably and successfully. So yeah, I think that's what we'll do. So the first thing is, where can we place our cargo station in Gisborough? I'm thinking it could be at this side here. Now there are contour lines, I put those on. I'm not quite sure. It doesn't look too bad, but the game does have an issue with slopes which might get in the way. But let's see if we can overcome that. So this is where this sort of commercial industrial area is, so it makes sense to have the rail station there for cargo. I've extended this line a little bit further than I had previously, because I have a feeling I'm going to need to bridge it or something. You could have steam trains running in tunnels. Depends how long it is. Anyway, let's get this thing on the road, shall we? So I think the first thing I'll do is let's build this town road up here, just to complete that loop. So we like having loops, it gets traffic moving around. So whoops, fairly big road. Oops. Right. It's bigger than it is at the moment. No, let's keep it with the road the town already has. So can you move that around there? That's a nice little curvy bit of road. I'll take that. So where can we put our cargo station? We want rail for that, don't we? Stations, cargoes, number of tracks. Now this is going to be in and out, so do we want 2 or 3 in here, do we think? It's delivering there, so it shouldn't take too long to drop off. I'm thinking 2. So they could have coming in from both directions, basically, from Tangmouth and from Banbury. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Now the question here is, I'd like it in that sort of orientation. Can I do that? Spin round, there you go, spin me right round. I leave it a little bit of room for it to get over the road, the level crossing. Let's place it there, shall we? That will do nicely. Let's get some track. Oh, we should have another station down here. It's this one I'm really interested in, isn't it? The wood goods, as it were. I'm not using that refinery. That's something that, I don't know, that might open up later. We shall see. Again, we might have a 2 station there. Oh, I had a small one, I put a small one in there, didn't I? Yeah, let's put a big one in. Well, a slightly larger one. So many things to keep track of in here. Yeah, that'll do. Okay. Right. So let's get our. Where's our wood goods? There he is. We could do if we have him. That's reasonably flat, I think. Have him sat there. Just join the road up while I'm here. There's a piece of country road. Again, we're not going to worry too much about the speed of the roads at the moment. There's a while since we're going to get any. It's going to be quite a while before we get any fast road traffic. So let's. That's quite an embankment, isn't it? It is going fast. Whoa! So to actually bring it directly into the station in one loop, it's just more than I've got, and that would go all the way around there. That's fast, but expensive, so I don't think we'll be quite so direct. Okay, so just keep an eye on where I'm supposed to be heading, which is over there. And that's going down. Let's see from the little arrow there. If we keep away from this little hill here, it might be alright. Okay, let's take that. Oh, we're going straight through Well, that's nice. Except it cuts that road right there. Oh, that's fine. Straight past the oil refinery. Oh. Except there's not enough space, it says. Why not? Right, just happy with that. Yeah, I'll take that. Thank you. And we could merge it on there. I wonder if that. I wonder if we could do that actually. Then we'll just have it skedaddle over there. Just use a little bit of track. Like we could, rather than actually going for a bridge. Now that's going on to the outside track there. So can I make that work? Right. Okay. That is joined up. So can we drag you? It's slowing down a bit for the junction, which is reasonable, I suppose, on that curve. I mean, speed is good. The faster goods get there, the more profit you make on them. But we'll take that. Okay, so now what we'll want is a little bit of track to get me over there. It's going to be a tight curve there, isn't it? Oh, it's very slow and very tight. But it's a nice little kink, isn't it, in there? Can we make that any better? No, I think that the amount of curvature we're going to need no, that's too silly. Okay, we'll accept that. It's not what you'll call perfect, but it will do the job, I think. Okay, so what we have, our first goods route. So we will want a depot on here somewhere. Where should we put one? We could be having goods going in that direction as well. So, ooh. Let's just take our track out. So what I'm thinking is we probably want to switch tracks there. Can I fit a depot on that piece of track there? Please tell me I can. Depot. It does. Excellent. Right, so that's Gisborough Exchange. We'll be picking up goods. And that's Gisborough Sidings. And we'll be delivering goods. Okay. So let's set up that line. It's a new line from there to there. Splendid, and we will call this I can't type straight. Gisborough Rail Goods. Well, that's what I'll call it for now anyway. Okay, let's get a train on there. Where's my depot? There it is. What train shall we have? Oh, let's go for the biggest, the most powerful, the fastest. So we'll buy you, and we are carrying goods. So That's a goods wagon. And how many do they carry? They carry 4 apiece. Not enough. Oh, I'm running out of money. Oops. Come on, game, speed up a little bit. I'd have at least 4. Or maybe 5. Oops. Someone's been paying maintenance. That's why it's suddenly red. Oh, and someone's arrived. Excellent. So let's take 5. That will do nicely. Okay, and we will set this on the line Gisborough Rail Goods. Excellent. So what we can do then, I think, let's just stop this for a second. Let's get a view of our. So we've got 10 goods waiting there for Gisborough. So how many wagons do we have on Gisborough? That's that dark blue line there. So we've got 1 coming back. We'll send you to the depot. And you're coming back as well. Actually, if we leave 3 there for the moment, so we'll just get rid of 1 and we'll gradually run that down. Hopefully it will start realising that you can get to Gisborough faster. It will get there faster, honestly, once we get this going. So, Gisborough Rail Goods, and we won't wait for full load at the moment. And there he goes. Okay, now while he's trundling along, let's have a look at the possibility of sending goods out to Banbury as well. That's an awfully long way away. I'm going to need a big loan for that, I think, aren't I? Yes. And I may have to start introducing signals here as well, which is going to be interesting. So if I were to just draw a simple rail line from there to there, talking in the region of 2.25, 2.5 million. Well, it's a bit cheaper there. What's my land usage? I mean, it doesn't really matter, I suppose. The goods can arrive anywhere. I think I discovered in an earlier episode that by trucks, if the goods delivery station is close to the sort of industrial commercial area, it seems to prefer that to being a long way away in the residential zone. Okay, so we will stick a station. Well, if we have it along that axis, then we could have it going across the river there, and we're not going to be delivering goods particularly. If there are goods going out that way, they can take a curve off the track, can't they, to Thatcham and so on, or actually bring other goods in from there, around there. Okay, let's see what space we've got. Well, I'm already out of money, but I'm not sure I'm going to have room for a bridge there. That's the trouble. And what could I do? What I could do, if I reroute that road so it goes in there, can I do that? Okay, let's do that. Okay, I've upset one of the wagons. Oops. I hope they don't mind. Right, where's my train station? So if we put that there, you see. And we could actually have the road going underneath don't know if you noticed, I was actually pointing at the screen then, as you could tell. Right, let's get some money. Let's borrow a fair amount. Let's take $1 million to start with. Which should give me room to get across the river, a bridge across the river, and around the outside of the town. Okay, let's take that. Alright, so and our rail. Where does this need to go to? That needs to connect up with there. So it's a thundering great tunnel under there. Can we avoid that? We're probably going to need a tunnel at some point. I'd rather... I mean, construction not possible. That'd be silly. Well, suddenly gets quite expensive, doesn't it? If we go all the way over there, I'm going a bit too far that way. Okay, let's take that bit. That's not too bad, but it's a bit too expensive. Can we make that cheaper? Let's see. Where's my track gone? Oh, it's over there. Right, so we need to come out. Quite cheap. I have a feeling I'm going off course. Not too bad actually. There's a rather long, and I'd hope unnecessary bridge. Going to ground there, which is cheaper. Let's see what that does. I'm going to need more money. I should keep the game running. $1.5 million. Okay. Oops, some of these lines are... Ooh, dear me, no. It's going back up again there, but it's a lot cheaper. So can we... Oh, this is looking better, isn't it? Oh yeah, that's not too bad. That's apart from sort of coming out of Gisborough, a bit curly. Bit of a slow curve there, but other than that it's a nice steady roll round and not vastly expensive. Okay, now the thing is we're going to have trains coming from Gisborough here to Banbury, so we're going to have to need some signals here somewhere. So let me think about this. Right, signals isn't something I'm a great expert at, so this may all go horribly wrong, but what I'll do is if I put down the line to start with, see where it goes, and see when I put the signals down how it adjusts it. So let's try that, shall we? So let's get our station here. So we're going from Gisborough, and I know nothing's waiting, so we're creating a new line from Gisborough all the way over here to Banbury. Okay, now we first clash here. So we've got trains, we want them to stop. Now can you put traffic lights, I was going to call them traffic light signals, both directions? Once the train gets out of the way, thank you very much. Actually, while we've got him in view there, we don't need that great dialogue box there. No, you have no goods, which isn't terribly helpful. I think what we'll need is we'll need a signal here. So once the train on the way to Banbury has gone past, then the Gisborough train is free to travel round. So our signal on here, where can we stick that? Is that the first place I can put it? There it goes. And likewise, when you're so is that because the train's in the way? Let's get you out of the way. As you can see, I'm not it's been a while since I've done this. I can't put it there because there's a there you go. And likewise, we want to keep this train stuck here if there's a Gisborough one going in that direction. Okay, will that work? Who knows? Right, let's get a train ready to go to Banbury. Still only got goods for Gisborough there, but that's because we don't have a train perhaps. Oops. These names are, I can't spell, these names are going to get confusing and unhelpful at some time soon, I think, when I have several goods lines going into Banbury. I'll worry about that later. Right. Let's get another train. So one of those. And again, 2, 3, 4 on there. Is that going to be enough? We'll upgrade it when, well, we'll see. Now quite clearly we can't have two trains coming down that single piece of track there, so we're going to have to put in some passing places, I think, to sort that out. Okay, now it's a while since I've said this before. I'm sort of coming back to the game after a while away, so I'm not quite sure all the rules, but let's see. I think I can do it by having these two bits of track here, as long as in between where it rejoins the line well, that'll do. There's enough room for a complete consist, I think, as they call a train and its wagons. Between the switches, all that, then we should be okay. So let's put a signal on there, so it's coming in that way and it'll be going out on this side, so it's all driving on the left. Right, does that work? Oh, it does. Excellent. So it's and our train's moving. Splendid. I think I'm going to need possibly another one of those. Depends how busy that line is, I suppose. So these trains are going to be loss making for the moment, but hopefully they'll start picking up and we'll start getting more of a demand here from the sawmill. So the limit at the moment is 100. It can certainly go up well above that. Is it? No, there's no goods on there. Before we leave, a little bit of train passing action, can we? Okay, now the other train presumably is coming this way. Don't tell me you stopped as well. No. Oh no! Right, okay, so I think I need signals on the exits as well, do I? Yes, that makes sense. I think. I'm not really. Well, yes, I am actually making this up as I'm going along. Right, and they're both on their way. Excellent. Splendid. Okay, now hopefully they will carry on running and will soon be making me money. But for now, from me, Ajaxpost, thank you for watching me faff around with more rail lines. I will get the hang of it, I'm sure, one day. And that maybe soon, who knows. But anyway, maybe in the next episode, which will be coming along in possibly just over a week's time. I'm not going to be about next weekend. So there'll be a slight delay before I get the next video ready, probably. But whatever, until next time, thank you very much for your time today watching this little video. If you've enjoyed it, please leave a like. If you've got any ideas, comments, guidance on where I'm going wrong, please do leave a comment. And if you'd like to just sort of be alerted, obviously, when I put out the new videos, roughly weekly schedule, please do subscribe. It'd be great to have you along for the ride. But from now, from me, Ajaxpost, bye bye.